Hi friends, this is Deep Basu and welcome to my channel Think Deep. I am back once again and I'm going to review one of the most awaited films and the most controversial films of this year. It's called Sarak 2. Yes, you heard me right. So I finally watched Sarak 2. I was not in two minds. People are constantly telling me don't watch it, boycott the film, but I wonder why. And I was not in two minds. Once when the trailer was launched, even when it was announced, I wanted to watch Sarak 2. It's not that I love films produced by Mahesh Bhatt or directed by. Because Sarak 1 was one of my favorite films. It released, I think, 26 years ago. 29 years ago. And it's one of my favorite films. Though it was a rip-off of The Taxi Driver. But I found Sarak one of the best films of Indian cinema. In terms of commercial viability. So that's one reason I wanted to watch Sarak 2. And Mr. Mahesh Bhatt is coming back as a director after 20 years. And I am a fan of Alia Bhatt. So I was never in two minds whether to watch this film or not. But most of my friends and colleagues are somewhat telling me to boycott the film. I wonder why. But frankly speaking, after watching Sarak 2 yesterday, it's not that bad. I saw the reviews. I went through the reviews. People are calling this film a terrible film. Boycott the film. It should be ignored. It's a worst film of the year. But frankly speaking, it's not that bad. You guys have seen worse movies. Golmaal are worse. Golmaal series, some of the versions are worse. But those movies make it. So Sarak 2, if you ask me, it's not a very bad film. It's not that terrible. Yes, the movie has its flaws. It's not a perfect film. It could have been better. And comparing this movie to the previous installment, Sarak, definitely this movie could have been better. It doesn't have a bad story, let me tell you. So Sarak 2, the story, if I have to say, in a very nutshell, if you have seen the trailer, Sarak 2 basically opens introducing us to Arya Desai, played by Alia Bhatt. So the opening scene is very clear. She wants to expose this god man, played by Makarand Deshpande. He plays this Ganesh. Sorry, my phone again fell down. He plays this god man called Ganesh Gyan Prakash. That's Makarand Deshpande's character. He plays a very influential or powerful god man. So right from the first scene, you will see Alia Bhatt, Arya Desai, her character. She is hell-bent to expose this god man because she believes that apparently this god man is somewhat involved in killing her own mother. So Alia Bhatt is basically, she has a stepmom, so she hates her stepmom, who's played by Priyanka Bose, very talented Priyanka Bose. She plays the character Nandini Ma, and she's a stepmom of Alia Bhatt. She hates her stepmom because she feels that her stepmom is somewhat involved in killing her mom along with the god man. So she has run away from her house. She doesn't want to get back home, and she wants to fulfill her mother's last wish, is going to Kailash. So she goes and she gets hold of Sanjay Dutt, who plays the previous character Ravi Kishore Verma. So basically, in the film, Alia Bhatt had booked her car to Kailash 3 months ago, when Ravi's wife Pooja was alive. So after 3 months, so basically the movie starts after 3 months, where Ravi Kishore is always contemplating suicide because he has already lost his wife Pooja. That's Pooja Bhatt in the previous Sarak. So when Alia Bhatt comes and seeks for help and she asks Ravi to take her to Kailash, Ravi completely denies, but Pooja reminds him that 3 months ago his wife Pooja had promised that their service is 24/7, will definitely successfully drop her to Kailash. So that's one reason. Since it's his wife's last wish, Ravi Kishore, Sanjay Dutt, is unable to deny it. So he promises Pooja that for the last time, he will successfully drop her to Kailash. So right now, Sanjay Dutt, Alia Bhatt, they are on their way to Kailash. And on their way, they pick up Alia's boyfriend, played by Aditya Roy Kapoor. And all three of them are on their way to Kailash. So now, Alia is missing. Arya is missing from her house. Her father, played brilliantly by Jishu Sengupta, he also is a big follower of the god man, Makarand Deshpande. So now they are they are ganging up in order to capture her and take her back home. So now really what happens? So now the story, if I have to say it in a nutshell, Arya's family, her stepmom, her father, and Gyan Prakash, the godman, and his people are ganging up to get hold of Arya and get her back home. And on the other hand, Arya, her boyfriend Siddharth Roy Kapoor, Aditya Roy Kapoor, and Sanjay Dutt are on their way to Kailash. So now really what happens? You need to watch the film. So this is the story. Now there's a twist towards the end. I won't tell you much. There's another twist before the climax also, so I won't reveal that. So this is the story. What really happens? Will Arya successfully expose the godman? Is Gyan Prakash really responsible for the death of Arya's mom? Now, is the stepmom Nandini Ma really responsible for Arya's mom's death? So who is really responsible? Will Arya successfully expose the godman? So that's the story you need to watch to find out. And I will recommend you should watch it at least once. But frankly speaking, the story, the premise, the one-liner is not that bad. Yesterday my brother and I were discussing the one-liner. It's not that bad, but could have been better with a good screenplay. The screenplay, somewhat I felt, is quite haywired. Sometimes I felt the movie was rushed, though the movie had a duration of 2 hours. The dialogues were quite dated. And the movie, the first 1 hour is quite interesting, but the second half gets very melodramatic, gets very, you are unable to relate to the second half. And the ending, the climax is a total dud. And you believe me, my friends, this movie could have been a really good film. It had a good one-liner, it could have been really thrilling, it could have been, if Mr. Bhatt could have established this a very dangerous cult, how Arya is in pursuit to, expose this cult, lot of characters, lot of thrilling elements, lot of twists and turns. This movie could have been a really good film. But somewhat I felt the writing could have been better. The movie seemed to be very dated. The dialogues were quite old-fashioned. The climax was total dud. The acting could have been slightly better. Sometimes I felt the dialogue delivery was very outdated. So overall, I would say watch Sadak 2 once. It's a one-time watch. But do watch it. But somewhat I felt it's not that bad. I will still maintain that because I have seen worse. I have seen worse movies doing better than Sadak 2, getting better reviews than Sadak 2. So don't be so harsh. I know because apparently, allegedly, people are thinking Mahesh Bhatt is involved with Riya, Alia Bhatt is a Nepo kid and all. So people are not watching this film. But I don't think you should, guys, you should, take out all your anger on this film. It's people have worked hard for this film. So do watch it at least once, Sadak 2. The song, Sadak, the previous installment was known for his songs. Yaha songs are not that memorable apart from this song. I like this song. Let me tell you the song of this soundtrack. This song, Ishq Kamal. Music is given by Sunil Jeet and sung by Javed Ali. Ishq Kamal is one of my favorite tracks in this song, in this movie. So watch this movie for this song. It's an amazing track and good to hear Javed Ali's voice for a long time. KK sir has sung I think 3 songs. So good to hear KK's voice back again. So Sadak 2 definitely, Mahesh Bhatt is a great director. You could see a few sequences very quietly, decently directed, but overall it's quite an outdated product. And I felt if the writing was smarter, this movie could have, got a pass certificate. Anyway, this is my review for Sadak 2 and Sanjay Dutt. Currently, I think he's battling cancer. Sanjay Dutt definitely has done a good job and reminded me of Arnold Schwarzenegger of Terminator 4. And Sanjay Dutt definitely is, you will hoot. If you're a big Sanjay Dutt fan, you're going to hoot, you're going to clap when he comes on screen. He lights up the screen. And the chemistry between Sanjay Dutt and Alia Bhatt is quite fun, nice. I'm sure if this movie would have been written in a better way, this chemistry would have been really memorable. And it's very good to see Sanjay Dutt back again. I'm sure he has done a movie in recent times. And I hope this is not his last film. I hope he's back again and working. He has great fans and he has a good screen presence. So it's good to see Sanjay Dutt reviving his role once again. Aditya Roy Kapoor, I feel his character was wasted. You should have, the writers could have layered his character, given some twist. Somewhat I felt anybody could have done this character. Yeah? Aditya Roy Kapoor is a great actor, he's a good performer, he's a good looker. He should have given proper justice to his role here. Somewhat I felt he was wasted. Any model could have done his character. Alia Bhatt has done a good job, though I feel people are saying she's hamming. But jitna bhi uska character hai, she has done a good job, good justice. And overall, performance of even Jishu Sengupta has done a good job. He's a great actor and very proud because he's from my city. Though I felt few portions he was hamming, but Jishu has done a great job. He's a villain. So I shouldn't say it. Hey guys, I will not talk about this film. I'll give out spoilers. I'm really sorry. So watch Sarak 2 at least once. I know people are slamming this film, but let me tell you, it's not that bad. So this is my review for Sarak 2. I'll be back again with a new review or new trailer reaction. And do watch my trailer, do watch my review for Masaba Masaba. I gave it yesterday. So it's raining in Mumbai. Happy weekend, happy rains. Do watch Sarak 2 if you can. Goodbye. I'll be back again. This is Deep Basu. I sign off.